more time you spend with a narcissist, the more horrible treatment you get, the more you have to put up with, and the less you get to complain about it. It's the more you lower your standards and expectations. Knowing your worth and seeing that you deserve better is nearly impossible when you're with a narcissist. They have a way of making you lower your expectations in a relationship and demand less of them. And that's why it's so important for you to come out of this, to start knowing your worth and start demanding more from life, from partners, from relationships, which can be from yourself, which can be very difficult if you've been abused by a narcissist. In this video, I will discuss how you can realize your worth, know that you deserve better than what you've gotten from the narcissist, learn how to take care of yourself, and put your needs above other people, especially the narcissist. So one of the effects of being with a narcissist for so long is that they have a way of gaslighting you into thinking that you deserve way less than what you are worthy of. You deserve less than love from romantic partners, less help from other people, less support from your family, less in finances, less in every aspect of your life. They do this so that when the abuse kicks in, when they start treating you horribly, you stay with them because that's what you think you deserve. If you knew that you deserved better, you would have demanded better, and better usually means walking away from the narcissist. They do this so you settle for them because they can't give you better. They don't want to give you more, but they want everything from you. They want you to give them all that you can, but ask for nothing in return. They want everything from you even when they have nothing to offer you. For example, if you're used to romantic partners opening doors for you or doing romantic things, taking you out for dinner, treating you to something nice, buying you jewelry, for example, they might they obviously might not want to do that. They might do it in the beginning when they're love bombing you, but then they will stop, right? Because that was just to draw you in. It wasn't real. The real treatment begins when the love bombing stops. And then they'll either start making fun of that, like, oh, you want a guy who opens doors for you? That's so lame. Or they'll shame you for asking for that. Like, why do women demand so much from men? What do they have to offer? What do they bring to the table? Or even make it seem like it's your fault they don't do that anymore. Or I would open doors for you, or I would take you out to dinner if you just did this, that, and the other for me. If you just lost weight, if you just, were a better partner. They will use anything. And the truth of the matter is, they're not better. They don't want to do all that. They don't want to treat you. They don't want to meet any sort of standards. They just want to exist while you do any and everything for them and they give you nothing in return. I mean, opening the door thing and the examples I just gave about being in a romantic relationship, that's just one aspect of it. But it shows up in so many other ways, in families, in friendships, in co-workers, in your parents, with parent-child relationships. They will use anything they can so they don't have to give you what you deserve. They can even go as far as to make you hate the very thing you love. Again, going back to the example of the opening doors. Let's say you really enjoyed, having your partner open a door for you. You thought that was cute, that was romantic. They can shame that and make you completely hate it and think it's corny, right? They'll make you hate something even if it goes against your beliefs and who you are as a person and what you're used to. At the same time, they're the ones who are probably draining you dry of all your resources, your money, your love, your affection, your time, taking everything from you that they can. In a family situation, Let's say you're asking for support or help from a family member. It could it could even be something as simple as changing out a light bulb. You want them to help you. They will make it seem like you're asking for too much, even if if they were the ones asking for your help, you would jump to it immediately, and they would expect you to. And even if they did do this for you, or they did help you out, they would expect some sort of favor in return, right? That's how they operate. They're always making you feel like you deserve less, so you settle for and as human beings, we settle for what we think we deserve. So spending so much time with a narcissist, your standards drop, and you don't even realize your worth. You don't realize how special you are, how much you have to offer the world. So you need to start seeing yourself as worthy of more than being with this person, despite what they say. You have choices, you have options, and you need to stop limiting yourself. They want to convince their victims that settling for less is a noble thing, so they can justify why they should get everything from their victims and the victims should demand nothing in return. The victims essentially end up feeling like obligated to do things for them, when in reality, you are probably the one who deserves way more than the narcissist ever will. Because you're willing to work for what you have, right? You just don't want to be spoon fed everything without adding a contribution to the world, to society. But narcs do not think this way. They're essentially just leeches. They want anything they want everything without doing any of the work, without any of the effort. So, what methods do they use to convince you that you deserve less? To hide your worth from you? The biggest one is shame. They will shame you until you hate the very thing you love, right? They will make it seem like it's something bad, or make you seem like you are asking for too much, or you are a certain type of person. Basically, attach any stereotypes to that. Again, going back to the opening the door thing, if that's something that you're used to, they'll make it seem like, no, this is the 20th century, or whatever century we're in. Um, Women need to learn how to open their own doors. So only weak women want their doors open, or something stupid like that, right? Another one is gaslighting, right? They create lies and illusions about you, about yourself, make you see yourself as less than, make you hate yourself, make you feel ashamed of yourself. They invalidate and devalue you, right? When you do something great, they ignore it. When you do something bad or make a mistake, they will highlight it and define you by that little mistake and make you think that, well, what type of person who does this? Like, why do you think you deserve more? You're this type of person. Of course, you're going to get this is what you deserve. They don't want you to shine. They don't want you to stand out. They don't want you to do better. They don't want you to know better. They want you to be a side character in their TV show because they're the main character, right? And they want you to be their side character. Their what is what do you call that in Hollywood? Supporting, yes, supporting actor slash actress to their movie of their life. Now, I've been using the example of opening the door, right? That is something external outside of you. But now imagine you've got something really special within you. Let's say you have a really good voice, you're really smart, you're really attractive, you're athletic, you've got great hair, um, you're good at chess, something like that. That is like inherently within you that you take pride in, that you sort of feel like adds value to you as a person. How they go about creating shame with that is they make you feel ashamed for having that. Like it's wrong. For example, if you're attractive, they'll make you feel like, um, It's unfair for you to be attractive. It's unfair on other people, and it's wrong, and you should be ashamed of that. So you should hide your beauty to make other people feel comfortable. That sort of thing. If you're smart, they make you feel like, oh, you're such a know-it-all. You think you're better than everyone. You know, tactics like that. That's how they do it. They're very slick in how they do this. They use gaslighting to change perception of things. For example, if again having a good voice is obviously a good thing, you can sing, but they'll somehow turn that into a bad thing. Um, you know, they do that, change the perception of reality. And if you're in their world, you're sucked in, you believe these lies. They play a huge trick on you, and their flying monkeys come in to sort of solidify that and make it seem like, yes, it's real. Everybody thinks that. Everybody thinks that your voice is annoying, even if you have the best voice in the world. Yes, everybody thinks your voice is annoying because they don't want you to know that you have something great, something special. They don't want you to see your worth, because if you know your worth, then you know that being around them isn't going to do anything for you. Being with them is essentially settling. You are worthy as a person. Now, if you grew up in a family with narcissists, um, maybe no one showed you that you deserve better. You grew up in a family where you weren't appreciated. You may have been neglected or abandoned, which could have created these false beliefs that you are unwanted, and these beliefs they carry on into adulthood, and so you keep ending up in situations where you're with a neglectful partner, or rather not ending up but staying in relationships with a neglectful partner because you feel like that's what you deserve. You may feel like you need to work for love because narcissists give you little rewards when you do things their way, when you listen to them. So you feel like, okay, I have to be of service to my partner in order to receive love. That's how they sort of program you and brainwash you into thinking, because they want to make you the perfect, again, the perfect side character, supporting character to their delusions and lies. So they program this into you. But the thing is, your behaviors, when you're programmed like that, you carry that on into life, right? It's not just whenever I'm with the narcissist, I do this, but when I go into the real world, I act differently. No, that essentially becomes how you operate in life. And when you go out into the world, you do these things. When let's say you're dating a narcissist at home, when you go to work, you keep behaving in the same way that you do when you're with them. And it sort of gives people this wrong perception about you, and you show up differently to how you really are in the real world. So it affects every aspect of your life. So how do you fix this, right? How do you start demanding what you deserve? How do you walk away from toxic situations and know that you are worthy of way more than what the narcissist has to offer? For one, you need to reverse all the negative projections they have placed onto you, all the things that made you hate about yourself, about the world, about what you feel like you deserve in a relationship, right? All the lies they've told you. You need to really work at that. Find out, what does a real relationship look like? What does a healthy relationship look like? And then compare it to your relationship with them and see, it's not adding up. It's not the same. And try to work towards becoming the type of person who seeks healthy relationships, and program yourself to look for things that would be in a healthy relationship and walk away from what you're used to with the narcissist. And anything that you loved about yourself or in the world, like the type of music you listened to but you were ashamed for, or maybe you loved how you walked, but then the narcissist told you that you walk stupid, so you stopped doing that. I don't know. They will shame you for anything. Start getting back into that. Start loving that about yourself. Going back to things you loved, things about yourself that you love. Love yourself again and realize that everything they said and did, they had an agenda. It was all a lie. It was all to make you hate yourself. So now go back and change that. Go back into loving yourself, loving the things that you used to love, doing the things that you used to love. You know, hanging out with the people they told you not to hang out with because they wanted to isolate you. Just go back to the things you loved and start learning what healthy relationships, healthy family dynamics, and also healthy boundaries look like, and sort of emulate that in your world. You also have to realize that being in a relationship with a narcissist is like one-sided loyalty, right? You're supposed to be dedicated to this person, but you know they will literally ruin your life. If they will ruin your life, and that's that. And you're almost loyal to someone who to a poisonous snake who will bite you at any second. So you need to learn that, this person is they're only in it for themselves. They do not care for you the way you wish or you thought they did, and you sort of have to come to that realization. They don't care for anyone except for themselves. And you need to also remove them from whatever pedestal they may have forced themselves onto. Narcissists love to talk a big game, right? They will brag about accomplishments, things that probably never even did, things that never happened. Just make themselves look better than everyone else, when in reality they aren't. Every sort of accomplishment they've had is either, I don't know, was either a lie, an exaggeration, never happened, um, someone else's, but they stole it, made it seem like it was. It's all weird stuff attached to it. So whatever pedestal they put themselves on, you need to remove them from, because honestly, they really aren't that special. They're good at making it seem like they're special, unique snowflake who there's no one like them, but in reality, they aren't. They really aren't. And lastly, this is something very important. Okay, this is not last. This is second last point. You know how the narcissist gets angry when you don't do what they say, right? They want you to do XYZ, but you don't want to. Then they start throwing a tantrum, going crazy. They do this to shape your behavior, right? Because if they tell you to do something and you don't do things their way, they're gonna go, they're gonna get angry. So you don't want them to get angry and have a negative reaction. So you just do it to stop them. They do this on purpose. They get fake angry on purpose to shape your behavior so you do what they want to do. So next time a narcissist does this to you, starts throwing a tantrum, I would say fold your arms, sit back, and just watch them. Right? Get some popcorn, sit back, relax, watch the movie. Let them throw their tantrum. Let them get angry. Right? Have their adverse reaction. Do it, and then go back and do what you were gonna do anyway. I mean, what are they gonna do? Throw another tantrum, right? So watch them. Let them sit, let them embarrass themselves. Do not join them. Do not take responsibility for their action. Do not try to fix things. Let them throw their tantrum. That's it. Because this way, you are sending them a message that I don't care what you do. I am not lowering my standards. I know what I want. I know what I deserve. And I know I will never get it from you. So I'm going elsewhere. Deal with it. And lastly, don't tell them about your plans. If you have a project coming up, maybe you want to take a vacation somewhere, you're working on getting your finances together, whatever it is, do not tell them. They will see when it happens, like everyone else will, but keep your plans to yourself, because they will discourage you until you don't want to do it anymore, until you feel insecure about it, until you feel like it's not going to work out. They will shame you, gaslight you, whatever they can to keep you stuck with them and not moving forward in your life, going after your dreams, your goals, all of that stuff. So never ever tell them about your plans. They will see everything come together once it comes together. And one thing that you need to remember is that you shouldn't be accessible to everyone, right? Because you spent so much time with the narcissist and you've given them second chances, and you felt like, oh no, I feel bad, I should probably be with them, blah, 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 whatever they've made you feel guilty for, or whatever reason keeps you with them, it's so damaging to you. Every second with them is damaging. They're working at chipping away at your confidence, making you feel like you deserve less, and all of that. They make you feel guilty for not wanting to be with them, but being with them is hurting you, right? What's that quote? When loving you is hurting you. That essentially is what it is. And the key to breaking out of that is you shouldn't be accessible to everyone. There are 7.8 billion people in this world. Why do you have to be with them? It's your choice to be with who you want to be with. It's your choice to spend your time and energy on people who you want to spend your time and energy with. If someone does not make you feel comfortable, or if you don't feel at ease around them, right? If they're toxic and they're aggressive and you just don't want to be around them in that energy, you have the right to walk away. It is your choice. You do not have to stay in this toxic situation. And anyone who tries to manipulate you into staying or make you feel guilty for not being around their toxic energy, that doesn't make sense, right? Why should I have to be around you because you're making me feel horrible, but you feel sad? Like, that's not my problem. That's not my problem. So, never feel guilty for walking away or distancing yourself from these people. Stay loyal to yourself and your needs and your emotional and mental stability and your health and doing what serves you and makes you happy. And walking away from the narcissist is all of those things. So go where you are appreciated. And if someone doesn't make you feel loved and appreciated, you do not owe them anything. You do not owe anyone anything. Time, effort, resources. You can walk away. You deserve better. And anyone who shames you for wanting better does not have your best interests at heart. Remember that. So that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video interesting, or if you love this content, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, want to learn more of how to discover, how to recover from narcissistic abuse, or discover the lies that the narcissist tells, please subscribe so you're notified whenever I go live. Until next time, bye.